I wanted to prove that I could do it. I'm a lifelong vegan, and I'm a patron of the Vegan Society. It's their 70th anniversary next year, and I was looking to do something really, really special. So I just thought, what's the most extreme thing I can do? I've done a lot of other marathons. I've done Marathon des Sables. That's really hot, so I thought this year, to celebrate the heat, last year I'll go to the opposite extreme and do this. And I wanted to prove, as I say, I wanted to prove I could do it on a vegan diet and raise money, because I run an animal sanctuary, so help them as well.
But I mean, you said you've done other extreme things. It's a mental focus, though, I think, that you must have that most people just don't have.
It's the mental focus for the event, but also training for the event. You've really got... This event is not about running quickly. It's about being able to monitor your body and judge your body and judge everything that goes on in the race. And a little bit like an airline pilot, you're constantly checking the dials, checking that everything's working properly, and working out what you're going to do if you get a problem and how you're going to solve it.
What was the most difficult thing you came across then? What was the toughest thing?
I think just the temperature and the complications the temperature brought. I mean, one guy stopped for a toilet break, and in the time it took him, his clothes froze to his body, and he was kind of in a frozen suit of armour. He couldn't actually get running again. You had to judge it perfectly, because I'd set off to kind of run it, and I knew that if I slowed, I would get hypothermia. A lot of people got hypothermia.
Just tell us a little bit about your knee, because you lost your kneecap when you were 17. You had cancer in it, didn't you?
Well, I had a degenerative disease, which actually made the whole thing crumble, which wasn't diagnosed for a couple of years. So I was, basically, by the time it was, I was in a bit of a state, and so they took out the whole kneecap, and it's very, very inflexible. And if I slip, I... would dislocate it, and that was obviously quite a big problem. Plus, usually this marathon runs on a flat ground, you know, flat cut ice. There was half of the course was I was literally up to my waist in snow, trying to tackle my way through that. So it was extremely, extremely tough.
And you did it in 4 hours 53 minutes, which many people who run a London Marathon, Brighton Marathon today, for example, would say is a pretty creditable time.
Yeah, I mean, it is. I mean, taking into consideration the fact that, you know, you cannot carry anything with you in the race. I had a couple of boiled sweets in my pocket. When I went to get them, they just crumbled. Everything had to be taken in a warm tent. You had to keep stopping and going into the tent. You couldn't carry... If you carried fluid, obviously it'd freeze immediately. So the breaks that you had to take were taking 5-6 minutes to walk back to the warm tent, to carefully walk back, because the camp base was very slippery. Go and change face masks. I mean, some of the face masks I wore just froze to my face. So, you know, it was a real challenge.